We start today in the Bahamas, where the new government is calling out the prior administration for its apparent lack of leadership and mismanagement. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton reports.
The newly elected Progressive Liberal Party is accusing the now opposition of gross mismanagement of government funds. Prime Minister Philip Davis made the accusations in his supplementary budget presentation, saying the previous government had behaved dishonestly, using Bahamian funds to cover tax costs for wealthy foreign companies, and it cost the Bahamas millions.
Previous administration changed its treatment, so the government had to give a refund on services that they did not generate VAT in the first place for. In essence, Madam Speaker, the government had to pay the VAT on these transshipment services.
The Prime Minister also accused the FNM of shortchanging civil servants by canceling annual increases. And Davis claimed the opposition had given money to service providers that were not due any refunds, calling it an absolute disgrace.
So here you had the spectacle of the government amending the VAT legislation to give refunds to non-Bahamian companies with billions of dollars under the guise of an unpaid bill left by a PLP administration.
Accusations of electioneering were also leveled at the FNM, with the Prime Minister citing a budget increase of almost double the previous year, caused by several new contracts entered at the end of the FNM's term. Member of Parliament Leslie Bryce also alleged mismanagement, citing a 150-year lease by the FNM on prime real estate far below market value, and alleged double standards during the pandemic, which allowed foreigners much looser restrictions.
While Bahamians were stuck abroad, the FNM administration allowed a private plane to land because someone needed to bury their dog. I love animals, Madam Speaker, but there were people losing loved ones and not allowed to enter the country, needing to be with their families and not allowed in.
The FNM, despite being present in the House, did not respond to any of the allegations.
And that was our Deandra Hamilton reporting there. Well, meantime, in Guyana, the Guyana government on Monday announced that it will be offering booster vaccines to those 18 years and older and those who are fully vaccinated. Now, prior to that, only people 50 years and older and those immunocompromised, along with frontline healthcare workers, were eligible for booster shots. This new announcement by the government comes as the world continues to grapple with the new variant of COVID-19, Omicron, resulting in many countries now imposing new travel restrictions. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, said so far, over 2,700 people have been administered a booster shot in Guyana. The minister continues to encourage people to get the COVID vaccine, whether it's their first, second, or even a booster dose, going on to say that the country has come out of a Delta surge and is now seeing fewer hospitalizations and fewer deaths. The vaccines currently being administered in Guyana are AstraZeneca, Xiofram, Sputnik, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson.
We would be opening up booster doses for anyone 18 years and older. You would now be able to get a booster dose. So those previous requirements that we had, where you have to be 50 years and older, we have now lowered that requirement to 18 years and older. So once you have received for a 2-dose primary regimen, your vaccines, and now you're 6 months after that 2-dose, you can come and get a booster dose.
And meantime, toy stores in Puerto Rico are preparing for a busy holiday season, but with recent shipping delays, toys are a little bit late arriving to the island. But one toy store is getting creative when it comes to last-minute gifts. Francis Felix reports.
As a domino effect due to the pandemic situation, is the busy season in the few toy stores around the island. Toys for Fun has managed the high season, helping clients to find options for their Christmas presents.
Toys for Store is a Puerto Rican-owned store. We've been established since 2018. We have across the island, we have 3 stores, permanent stores. We have one Puerto Rico Premium Outlets, Maya West Mall, and Plaza Las Americas Mall. And currently, We are aiming to transform and establish the toy department, toy distribution in Puerto Rico, and the toy category.
This year, due to the online shopping apps, clients are oriented in what they want and more specific in their selection of toys. So they manage to assist the clients with a variety of toys for different range of age they have, like infant, preschool, toddlers, and kids, dolls, and cars.
Feature price for infants toys to adults. We have a major range of board games, classics like Monopoly, Jenga, Guess Who, and we are also renovating and bringing new stuff to our store. Actually, we have the Uno cards, the classic Uno cards game, and we have a special edition called the Uno Cards Puerto Rico.
What you expect for Christmas shopping?
This year we have been having a very busy season all year around. So for this Christmas we are expecting the same, a very heavy traffic, because we have a very diverse kind of toys. We have a range from infants to adults.
You have had enough toys to supply for the year?
Actually, since we are a year-round toy store, we haven't have a problem with the merchandising. We have a very constant supply of toys all year around. It's been a difficult year because of the pandemic, but we have managed very successfully to maintain the supplies on 3 of our stores. We are permanent toy stores, so we have to maintain that supply, and we haven't been doing it.
The traditional toy stores keep being an alternative for every Puerto Rican family member. Reporting from Plaza Las Américas, Puerto Rico, Frances Felix.
All right, thanks, Francis. We're continuing our coverage in Puerto Rico. For the 8th year in a row, owners from the Hampton Inn and Suites in San Juan are helping those less fortunate. This year, donating over $47,000. And our Marisol Rivera shares how this money will be dispersed and why they continue to donate year after year.
The owners of the Hampton Inn and Suites in San Juan continue to put their money where their heart is. It is the 8th year in a row that they have made a donation to the Community Foundation to help those less privileged in Puerto Rico.
We all know that there's a lot of poverty on this island. There's a lot of people that need help. So I guess it was my brother, really, that decided we needed to give back, and that's what we're doing.
Who will be impacted this year with the donation that the Hampton Inn is making in 2021, and how do you see it going forward?
Well, we are at the moment selecting the organizations. Probably there will be like 5 to 10 organizations that will benefit with the money, and we expect to help organizations that develop projects for kids. We have some organizations that are working with kids with impairments. We have inclusion organizations and other organizations that work with art, kids, and education development too.
Tell us about the donation being made here today.
Yes, so every year for the past 8 years, our owner has donated an amount between $50,000 to $60,000 to the Puerto Rico Community Foundation. This donation, typically what we do is we obtain proposals from different organizations that typically deal with children in less privileged communities. And so our staff receives those proposals, and they are the ones with the authority to select which entity and organization and area within that organization will be rewarded or awarded that donation. So this year the amount is $47,500. We're extremely happy. We're so blessed to be able to give back to the community that way, and we just can't wait to get on with it.
From Isla Verde, Puerto Rico, this is Marisol Rivera for One Caribbean News.